Okay, I think this is gonna be a huge ramble. Just a ramble. I should have better posture. Now I have better posture. Posture is good for you. It's good for your joints. Have better posture when you can have better posture. I have so many weird voices that I use. This video isn't about voices, but there's this one voice that I just want to get out of myself, which is this guy that's scared of everything. Or he's also like compared to the guy. So there's the guy that's scared of everything. Like he just looks in one direction and he's like, "Oh my God." And then he thinks, "Oh, what he was afraid of is okay." But then he looks somewhere else and he sees something else that he's afraid of. He basically lives in constant fear. Anyway, the guy that's the one guy. He looks in a certain direction, he freaks out, and he looks in another direction, and he freaks out, and then he thinks everything's okay, and he looks in another direction, and he freaks out again. But the other guy, well, it might be the same guy, but he's learned something in life. Maybe he's learned how to talk well, and he's better at public speaking than he used to. So he'll raise his voice and he'll kind of speak eloquently, but what happens because of his underlying fear that everyone can, sense around him, they just pick up on it and they bully him out of his own eloquence, which he's spent years developing. So he'll be like, "Well, I think what?" Because someone will immediately interrupt him and it'll be a semi-valid point, but and he lets the interruption occur because he's at that point figured that, he he oh God, now I just lost it. I was developing it and then I lost it. He's developed his eloquence over time, and he has this ability. At least he thinks he has this ability now, but the truth is inside of himself he's still super afraid. And so someone interrupts him and he immediately starts freaking out. So someone says something he doesn't like and he presents a counter argument. Well, I don't know. What's a good counter argument? Well, when you think about the free market, the point is that it's so hard for me to put myself in the context of it because there's no arguments to me that work very well. See, this is a real ramble. I'm already 2 minutes and 47 seconds in, and I haven't gotten to the point that I was trying to make. But what I want to say is that these voices are infinitely enjoyable to me during the course of my boring day at work, in which I drive people around and am alone for about 25 to 40% of the time. So I'll I'll think of an interaction that I've had with a customer or somebody, and I'll 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 not like it. I'll not like what I just heard or who I just talked to. But I won't say that I don't like it because you can't do that because that's a social faux pas. You got to be agreeable, right? Especially at work, you have to be agreeable. So I'll later play out the interaction. So in essence, what I'm saying is that I am that guy that I'm playing. So I'll play out the interaction. Well, I don't think that you should be worried about that because you're a phony person, and I don't like the way that you do this when you do this, and then immediately I'm interrupted, and I'm like, oh shoot. It's not as funny now as it is normally when I'm at work and I'm doing it. But anyway, so I'm going to move on here. I want to talk about money issues. Money issues, money issues, money issues. Money issues. So the reason why I'm so freaking depressed and upset and angry at this point in my life is because today is Friday. Wait, today is not Friday. Today is Wednesday, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or so days from payday. Let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Is it really Wednesday? It is Wednesday. You ever get that feeling that days are like today doesn't feel like Wednesday? It feels more like a Tuesday. I don't know why it's Wednesday. Why did someone say that it was Wednesday? It feels more like a Tuesday. So whoever says this Wednesday is probably wrong in my understanding of things. But anyway, so it's been 6 days since payday, and I've been spending money like crazy since that time. I had about $1,150 in my bank account. Now I have about 350. I've been spending money profligately, I think is the right word. And the reason why I do that, there's so many reasons, and I don't think I can put it in a video presentation too eloquently. But I don't feel like saving or investing is a good idea, and I've never felt that, I mean, I used to feel that that was a good idea, but there's just so much worry associated with your investments, and there's so much worry associated with your savings. Did I put it in the right savings account? Should I move my money to another account with a higher interest rate? What about your investments? Is this economy going down? Is U.S. going to stay on top forever? What if the whole thing crashes? Um, should I invest in this company? Maybe I should invest in this company. Maybe I should divest from this company or whatever. That is a world I never want to be a part of. I used to think if I were to ever invest, I would just let my money sit somewhere and not be an active investor. But now I think there's just so much worry associated with that that I don't want to have any part of it. And I started looking at the Divine Truth teachings, and he says, like, when you have money, you can spend it, basically. And that's how everybody always feels, so I started doing that, and it makes sense to me. I mean, a part of me thinks that I'll do anything that he says, that this guy, the Divine Truth, says, and I feel like a fanboy who has no thought of my own. So that's a genuine feeling that made me cut off my ramble. But anyway, so I feel that I should. How many minutes is this? Now it's getting boring and tedious. So my problem is I eat too much. I drive around town and I'll have pockets of time, and during that time I'll stop somewhere and I'll grab something to eat. And I have this excellent starter city of Fargo, North Dakota, where you have everything you could want. You have Mexican food, you have Italian food, you have Vietnamese food, you have all kinds of food. You have all kinds of fast food, you have caramel rolls, you have all kinds of sweets that you can, get into. So if you're somebody with a lot of problems like myself, then you have this constant ready addiction that can be fulfilled anywhere you go. And I feel like my job is like perfect for fulfilling that addiction because I basically go around this town all day. And I've gotten so good at my job that I know how to weasel. It's gotten to the point where I'm in the general area of like the Casey's General Store, which is a gas station with a bunch of junk food in it. And they also sell excellent pizza. And I'll just be in the general direction or general area of it. And I'll start thinking of all the wonderful flavors that I could be a part of, and all the things that I can buy there. And I'll immediately start, my mind will go into, you know, overload, thinking and calculating of how I can sneak by, getting to that place, even though it's a little bit off my route, stop in, grab something to eat, and keep going on my way. And, what's also really embarrassing is how hard it is to breathe, even though I'm just pacing my room. Most of my day, I just sadly spend like laying on that bed there watching YouTube videos. And so it's hard for me to breathe. I'm also morbidly obese, which I think has been a well-known thing, as I've shown in some of my videos. So that's embarrassing, but I'm going to plow through here. So I'll go into this disgusting thing where I'll be in the area of like a Casey's General Store, for instance, and I'll think, oh, well, I want to get the new sourdough pretzels with honey mustard and honey, or honey mustard and onion. That's a really good flavor. And I'll get one slice of pepperoni pizza. Yeah, I know everyone thinks that I want to be a vegetarian, and in a way I do, but it's not happening. So maybe I don't really want that. I always do feel bad when I eat meat, though. Yesterday I had a club sandwich with bacon, Swiss, cheddar, turkey, and ham. And I felt really bad. And then later on, I coughed up a little piece of like uh, bacon rind, like a fat, like piece of fat from a bacon rind. I don't know if that's a good way to say it. But I had literally eaten so much yesterday that I coughed up while I was, I think, talking to somebody. A little rind of bacon fat. Isn't that a nice image? Yeah, and I spit it out, and that was just shows how disgusting life can be in my world. So I just breathed. I just breathed beyond my lungs. Like like sometimes I'll breathe to a certain point, and I find that I can't breathe to where as far as I want to breathe. Well, I just did just there. This whole time, mostly I've been fighting my breath. So don't try this lifestyle, kiddies, because it's going to end in sadness. But I know that a lot of children these days are anyway. So that sucks. I guess back to my main point. This is onion. I just pulled a piece of onion from there. I don't know why. I needed a distraction, I guess. So my main point is that it's hard to eat. And what I have found in my life is that I will eat incessantly, and I'll try to stop for a little while, I'll try to diet, and then I feel really bad, and then I can't stay in that feeling of badness, or that bad feeling, and I will have to run to food again. It gets so intense. The cravings get so intense. I literally would jump up and run to the store. I'm like an addict. I just tried to breathe there, and I couldn't breathe to the full capacity. Now I feel like I feel at a loss inside of myself, and that's not a good feeling. So I'll jump up like an addict, and I'll run to the store. Like, you can't talk to me, you can't reason with me. If someone came to me and said, "Please, please, I just lost my child, I need an ambulance, I don't have a phone, do you have a phone, please, sir?" I'll, I might help in that case, but I think that I'm quite unreasonable, and in the moments that you're trying to feed your addiction, and I think most people can understand, you're not very reasonable. So that's how unreasonable I'll get. I'll run to the store, I'll buy everything I can in the store, and then I'll come home within reason. Everything I can in the store within reason. Like, I have enough sense to not spend all of my money. But who knows? Maybe one day I will be a complete, unfettered addict. So, um, that's part and parcel of my lifestyle. And I've tried to quit, as I've said, tried to diet, and it doesn't seem to work. The bad feelings come back up, the cravings come back up, and I eventually feed them. And I think there's nothing I can do for myself, I can't be fixed. And so I've had this problem for years and years and years, especially in Fargo, where I don't have many pressures in my life, where I don't have many stresses in my life that I can measure, that I can see. I thought that over this 6, 7 year period of time, well, let's say about 6 years, ever since I started living again, trying to live again, I thought, with less pressures and less stresses, I could work on this. I could spend my money more wisely. I could stop eating bad food, and I'd be better. But that has not happened. I'm still as addicted as I ever was, with a few blips of success along the way. And each time I think that I'm going to be more successful, and then I'm not. And so I feel like I just want to give up again. Anyway, how this has to do with money is that I the one solution that I found in all of this is to stop having money. If I don't have money, then I can't buy food. And I can try to borrow from people, but that is so embarrassing and depressing when I do that, that I've actually stopped doing that. I won't even borrow anymore because I hate that as an idea. I can't do that anymore. So I know I won't borrow, but I will use everything to my last cent. And so it's been kind of good for me to be able to pay towards my lease, like $1,000 at a time, because then I have no money left. I just have enough money for whatever groceries I buy. I'll eat one meal a day. I'll eat a very simple meal of frozen veggies, rice, and a can of curry. And I'll eat that one meal a day. And then, for, 10 days, I'll feel great because I'm eating just one meal a day and I'm losing a bit of weight and my mind's a little more clear. But then payday comes around And for 1, 2, 3 days, I'll spend like mad, and then I'll go back to my eating schedule, or yeah, my 1 meal a day thing. And now I don't have anything to pay towards though. I don't want to donate my money. The only thing that I have to do now is I want to go to Chicago. I want to go to Chicago, and I want to in May, and I want to pay towards a lease. But I can't do that right now because I don't have a lease, and I don't want to go and visit Chicago and get a lease because I guess I'm too lazy. Um, Maybe there's other reasons, but yeah, that's probably it. Primarily is laziness. I mean, I think I'm saving money, but I'm not saving money because I spend profligately. So I should get a lease in Chicago and put money towards that, but I don't have that lease yet, and so I don't know where to put my money. I'd like to give it to a friend for safekeeping or put it in a bank, but if I put it in a bank, I just take it right out because I know myself, and that's what I always do. If I give it to somebody, that's giving away, that's making someone else responsible for something that I should be responsible for, so I won't do that. So I hate myself, and I feel very suicidal, and yeah, that's true. But now some friends will feel, oh God, now I gotta help Theo, and that's not, damn it, I hate that. I hate helping people, and I don't want to be helped. Like the suicidal mentality is that you don't want to be helped, and I'm surprised that I have so much time. Usually there's no storage space on my phone, and it doesn't go beyond like 15 minutes, but it's 16 minutes and 41 seconds. Been able to ramble all this time. Hope this is interesting to somebody. Um, Basically, I have a lot of issues with money. I don't know if I'm going to post this or not. This feels a little weird ending on that note of suicide. I feel like another thing is that I feel like maybe my desire for suicide is just like this desire that I have that's other people take care of me. Maybe I'm afraid of being alone. I want someone to come to my rescue all the time. Isn't that what people say about suicide attempts? It's just a cry for help. I don't feel like my most major suicide attempt when I came to Fargo was a cry for help, but maybe I'm just not aware of myself enough to know. Um, Someone did come to my rescue. A church member in the area had a dream about me, and she came to see me and try and help me, but I balked any attempt she made to help me. 17 minutes and 44 seconds. I can't believe I've made it to this point. When is this going to end? I feel like I have an hour to talk, or an hour of things that I want to talk about, but I can't do that. So I guess I'm just going to end it here. So issues with money, issues with food, issues with responsibility, issues with wanting to be rescued is what I'm dealing with now, and I'm not really dealing with them. I'm just telling other people about it so that maybe they can deal with it so I can get the pressure off my chest. Maybe that's the whole reason for this video. And I'm incredibly selfish and self-centered. So everybody have a good day. Sorry, that was really sarcastic. I'm trying not to be sarcastic. I don't know what's going on with me, and I'm sorry if this is